Okay, hi, Trevor Cutmore here. Now, I have the great pleasure to interviewing Lesley Tao. She is a very close friend of mine, and we are pandas, aren't we?
Yeah, you guys don't know. We've got a secret relationship. 2 pandas in a pod.
Well, there's
three.
There's Dean as well, so we
Yeah.
love you, Dean. We really do, okay? Listen, before we start, I'm going to give you a challenge. If in 1 week from this going live on YouTube, you can tell me what this tie, where I've got this tie from, what organisation, I'll give you a free half-hour mentorship, one-to-one on Skype, all right?
It must be really bright. I can see your tie and I have no idea what that's all about.
Hey, but it's a challenge.
Is that like a secret Mason
Of course,
thing?
no, it's nothing like that.
Okay.
It's really cool, but if they get it, I'll give them free half-hour. So it gives them a bit of a challenge.
Yay.
Lesley.
Yes.
You are the guru of service accommodation.
I do a lot of service accommodation, yeah.
The things you've done it really well.
Thank you.
You have. So, look, obviously my videos are there really just to help people. It's not really selling anything, but I'm going to put your contact details down, so email,
brilliant.
phone number, whatever you want. You tell me, I'll put it down, and it'll all appear nicely on there. However, look, just a few questions. When someone is new coming in, and they always say the same questions, so this video is going to be invaluable because I just say, when they're asking me about it, I said, look, just watch the video with me and Lesley because that's it. It's there.
Yeah. We'll give them some golden nuggets here.
That's what I want.
Shortcut golden nuggets.
Yeah. Or
Love
bamboo.
Bamboo.
Because
a bit of bamboo.
we're the pandas, golden bamboo.
Golden bamboo.
I think we started.
Bamboos.
Yeah, we're going to start a new phrase. It's sort of
I know,
language.
golden bamboos, yeah.
That's it. Yeah, as
With the pandas.
Yeah, as my daughter does. Not me.
You're like half Asian, I swear.
Do you think?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
All right. Okay. I feel like I want to have a bowl of noodles now. Like,
yeah, we need to get some chopsticks in.
Like, what do you call it? Panda, Kung Fu Panda.
Get some bowls and some chopsticks in your essays.
We're going to get to it now. Anyway.
Sorry, we need to get to some actual,
it's good,
golden
but
nuggets.
it's real. Lizzie, look, when someone comes in, how do you find a essay where it's going to work? Because there are people that go in and say, okay, it's got to be close to town, but where does it work and where doesn't it work, and how do you find that?
So I think it's better to give advice to beginners first.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
So with beginners, I always teach that you should start off nearer to the city centre as much as possible, and not only the city centre, has to be a city centre of a city that has a university.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good.
And the reason for that is because university brings a lot of traffic, especially if it's
commerce.
Students, international students, commerce, businesses, and jobs. So that's always a safe place to start off with.
I agree.
And what I mean by city centre is that your essay should be at least, a minimum of 10 to 15 minutes walk into the city centre of that city.
Well, the closer the better, isn't it?
The closer the better. And obviously you've also got some more secondary locations as well, so hospitals or science parks. But I think that if you're an absolute beginner, you should start off in a city centre.
Fine.
Yeah, where there's a lot of commerce going on, and if there's lots of students, that's usually a good sign.
Okay. I always tell when people are looking, they think they found one. First of all, if it's a city that they don't know, they should go and stay in Airbnb.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if they think they found one, go there at night and walk in. Into the city centre, because you've got to be able to. Because I go back to the same place every time because it's nicely situated. I feel safe there. I went to one Airbnb and it looked all good on the website and everything. And when I got there, I had to walk down the side of this house. No lights at all, and then you've got to go to a keypad to get your thing. And you think, hang on a minute, if someone's going to hit me on the head, they're going to get my bag, computer, and everything. So even those things are really, really important.
Yeah, you've got to put yourself in the shoes of the guests.
Exactly.
From when they, I suppose, book to picking up the keys and staying in the apartment to leaving, because it's all about guest experience.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. So what about speaking to agents, because they look at it online. Quite often you're going to go through a letting agent, and this is the key thing. So look, I'm a landlord, I've got a property that I'm letting through you, the agent, and then an investor comes up and says, listen, we want to do this service accommodation with your landlord. So why will a letting agent entertain an investor when they come along?
This is a really good question. Listen, I know a lot of people struggle with agents, but I think first step is to just talk to them like a normal person. You've got to be honest about what you're doing. But
I think that's key.
Yeah,
listen, that is a key. That's a golden nugget. A lot of people try to get creative and say, "I'm doing this." Just be straight.
Yeah.
You know?
So this is a bit which is really interesting, which I'm going to talk about in a bit of detail. So I'm really going to give you like my golden nuggets or my bamboo whippers.
Get your pens ready.
So there's lots of confusion surrounding corporate lets.
Yes.
So let's clear that up.
Yes.
Yeah. So corporate lets in the traditional sense means that, for example, you as a company go and rent off a landlord via an agent, for example, and then your employees will be staying in that property. Yeah. And although I use that as an opening line to agents, but you have to describe it in more detail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I would say it's similar to a corporate let, what we want to do, but this is the difference.
Yep.
It's not going to be employees from my company. It might be from different companies that we have contacts with.
Yep.
We're going to be doing service accommodation, and we're going to have the property on a short-term booking channel, such as booking.com, to fill out void periods. So that's very clear.
Nice.
Yeah. And from my experience with dealing with agents, they get really annoyed if you haven't told them, and then something goes wrong because they have to deal with the mess.
Yes.
And they're the person who is in control of the relationship with the landlord, and it ruins their reputation too. So that if you're not upfront, that's where the relationship with the agent's going to go really sour, and you're going to ruin your reputation.
I agree.
Yeah.
And look, because obviously the first thing it says, you walk in, you say, "Do you do corporate lets?" Because they understand corporate lets, but like as you said, then you start to open up and you tell them exactly what you want to do, and that's the right way. So I 100% agree. You know me, I like honesty, transparency, and just keep it honest.
Yeah, and you might find, so we cracked a really big agency in Cambridge, but you might find that they actually have properties that they do keep for this type of business, because it's all about getting landlord consent.
Yes.
Right. Essentially, I'm just thinking, what other golden nuggets to throw in there with agents? Okay, what makes you stand apart?
Ah, cool.
Yeah, apart from being honest with them.
Yeah. Which is refreshing though. Come on, let's face it.
So there's two parts of it. So whether you're finding the property for yourself as an SA operator to conduct an SA business, or whether you're going to be introducing an investor for sourcing purposes. So you can actually talk to them very honestly about both. So for example, let's talk about if it's you, okay? If it's you, I think it's a big selling point if you talk to them about compliance or how compliant you've been set up. Because you can tell them I'm on exactly the same accreditations and redress schemes as you are, and I'm also signed up because this is coming to force on the 1st of April to the crime protection and money protection scheme. So I think, and then if you're going in on behalf of your investors, what I would say, so this is a big golden nugget, I'm giving all my secrets away.
It's great. It's what it's all about.
So I usually go in with redacted, let's say redacted file of where we've got clients where they have had given proof of funds, So I show them these are the kind of individuals that we deal with, and we have to go through a very stringent process to make sure that they can afford the affordability, and also because we're estate operators, we make sure that they're compliant to operate a service accommodation business, and this is what that entails. Boom, boom, boom. So I don't think a lot of people do that.
No, they don't.
No, and we've had very successful relationships built with agents because of that, and that's why now I'm getting portfolios or stuff handed over.
It's fantastic. So just because a lot of people don't understand why, if a letting agent is renting to the landlord and is getting 10% commission, why are they going to stay in place and give it to you? Because you're now asking them to do let only. So I understand, because it's very minimal management for them then, because it's over to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a win-win situation there.
Absolutely,
right?
No, I agree.
Yeah, because how you explain that to an agent? Firstly, number one, never give them a management contract. Right, because that's a very newbie mistake to make. You just see what contracts they have. And you would try and adjust it accordingly. But what a big selling point is, I always say to them, we're not in competition with you, because I understand that you make your commission through charging a management fee every month, but I'm going to be the best tenant you've ever had, because we manage the property. But if there's any problems like the boiler breaks, I will come to you to get it sorted, and we can help with that if you need help.
So it's nice. And they do get less commission from that landlord usually because it's let only, or will they still be charging 10% to that landlord because that's their business? Do you address that with them?
So They charge their letting fee and also the management fee. Because we're not there to take over their management duties.
Right.
Yeah, it's different. If it's direct to landlord, I would be selling our management services much harder.
Right.
But if it's with an agent, we just tell them. Well, we tell them there's no conflict. Yeah, but because we're running a business, we have to do this. Make sure the property's in showcase condition.
Absolutely, all the time. That gives them confidence, doesn't it? Because you're having it nicely cleaned all the time. Whenever they inspect, it's like you say, a showcase property.
Yeah, and also it makes a big difference if you go and if you have a portfolio, or when I started I didn't, is to show them what you aspire your property to look like for this season.
Yeah.
Or to bring some pictures of your existing portfolio to show them this is what we're doing.
Yeah. Fantastic. So look, you've given us some hidden tips and gems. I know that, and that's good.
So.
It's lovely because listen, I interview people and then they just start giving this stuff and they think, oh, I shouldn't be saying
I
this.
know.
Listen, you're going to have to make comments about this because I've got to really show that Lesley that you're really benefiting. So I want lots of comments. What about the system? Just, briefly a system. I don't go, loads because,
I might send everyone to sleep.
No, not that, but because you can do different things. But what about people who haven't had systems, and how do they systemize that, and what should they be looking at?
Okay, so systems is actually very important because I think what I've seen on Facebook is a lot of people are running into problems at the moment because they haven't systemized their SA business. Okay, so the first tip I can give is if you can't be bothered, go with a management company.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
They take it all off your hands.
Yes.
Yeah, and we are sort of considering that at the moment because our portfolio's grown.
Yes.
And we've got other things such as baby to worry about. But in terms of systemization, if you want to do it yourself, number one is to get a power team in.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is you need the person who does your cleaning, your laundry, and maybe an emergency plumber, a builder, a maintenance guy on your books.
Yes.
Yeah. And you need someone who the guests can have access to, probably on a 24/7 basis. And so what we've done is I've got a VEA.
Yeah.
She's Filipino, so we've
it's fine. Yeah.
got her involved in this to do automated. Well, she's got a script she can follow.
Perfect.
Yeah, but if there's anything in emergency, she'll be the one to contact and not us. Okay, yeah, and she also takes the stress away. Yeah, because then she can help coordinate with the cleaners, etc.
Okay. Is there any good management agency out there nationally, or is it localized where you have to go and find it through an agent or something?
Oh, you want me to give away the management agent? I want my properties to go with.
No, is there a national one?
There's a few out there. You've got to try them
That's
out.
That's fine because you're ready to contact her, and I'm sure there's other ways that you might be. You might want to work with Lesley. Listen, she knows her stuff. She really does. Look, we've really sort of covered a little bit about newbies. What would be your advice to people? Is SA something that people should be doing? What is your, the last tip, positive tip, and what to be wary of? What to be, going in with any business.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're not going to, you can work the numbers out, but there's always going to be a little dip before it grows.
Yeah. Okay. Advice to newbies. I'll try and give 3.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
So 3 advices. So with rent to essays, it's definitely not a no money down deal. You've got to have some money there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you've got to set the property up. Okay, you're guaranteeing a rent to a landlord, and you might not start off making money.
No.
Yeah.
I agree.
So you need to have that buffer there. You need to have money to start. So it's not true for you to think that you could just get a property.
Yeah.
And get it up and running and make money. You have to have that buffer in case that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Second tip is you probably don't want to start doing an essay from, let's say, November to February time, because that's the period when the business goes a bit down. And if you start up a property during that period, what you might find is you don't have enough traffic to start building up your reviews, positive reviews. So you might not get that many bookings.
Fine.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, I would suggest that if you were to start, it would be it's in season from March to about, let's say, October. So that would be a good time. Ideally for the summer, you want to capture the summer market so you can actually start generating money, hopefully in the first month.
Perfect. And third tip?
Third tip. That one's hard. Yes. Oh, this goes back to systems. I haven't mentioned it. Is when it's booking systems, right?
Yes.
So I think that on your first deal, you should you don't need to onboard a booking platform. So what I mean by booking platform is a platform such as Avivo or Toki. And the reason for that is it's good for you to just get some experience of managing the online bookings yourself. So once you get the key to a property, there's two things that you need to do first. One is to get the Wi-Fi connected as soon as possible. The second is to get your bookings up on let's say Airbnb and booking.com as soon as possible.
Super.
Yeah, because they take time to onboard.
Definitely.
Well, especially booking.com.
Leslie, listen, that is fantastic, and you know, I love you dearly, you know that, and thank
I do
you for this.
too.
Listen,
Panda power.
Listen, with people out there, what are you looking for? Do you want investors to contact? What do you want? If people, you know, if someone says, I want to contact Leslie, you know, for the training, you know, maybe joint venture, you know, what should they do? Should they contact you? Email?
Yeah, best to email me, but I guess I just want to, I've actually made it my mission now that if anybody wants to learn about rent-to-estates, they do it properly.
Yes.
Yeah, compliantly, because there's loads of people that are not operating rent-to-rent businesses properly, and it really annoys me.
Yeah.
So what I want to offer is, if anybody wants to come to a masterclass or needs further mentoring on this subject, I'll be more than happy to help. Just give me a shout.
Bless you. And if you say Mr. T, you might get a discount.
just for Mr. Cutmore, Mr. T.
Mr. T.
The Panda T.
Listen, thank you to Matteo. Matteo's not long.
Got a big belly.
How long?
Another month.
And Matteo.
A month and a bit, yeah.
New life. I can't wait.
I know.
And Leslie, you're wonderful. Bless you. Thank you so much.
Oh, you take care.
Bless you.
Thank
Guys,
you.
I'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much again for watching this video. I hope you got a lot of information and it's helped you on your journey. If you have liked it, please like, subscribe and share to help other people. I wish you all the best. Thank you.